We're incredibly dependent on our ICT environment. You know, every supermarket has just-in-time systems. You know, there's so much control of our air traffic space and everything else that depends on these systems, and we get the slightest glitch and we have huge consequences. But at the same time, basically we've seen organized crime discover the internet. So you can kind of, for those of you who've been around long enough, you can kind of chart the rise of the internet as different groups have basically discovered it. Well, organized crime has been the one that's really been on the ramp in the past 2 to 3 years, and we're seeing amazingly sophisticated forms of attack on large corporations. They have enormous resources to bear. They have far more... There are more people employed in organized crime and in state-sponsored, you know, cyber criminal activity than there are in the Western world defending IT infrastructures. So it gives you a sense of, you know, there's a lot of people out there attacking our environments, and we're facing a lot of changes to those. A lot of dependence on firmware, lots of mobility, lots of new things happening, social networking, opening up whole new avenues of, you know, the way we expose our lives around privacy. We've got this kind of Moore's law for surveillance. The number of surveillance devices out there, the CCTV cameras, the sensors in our environments is again doubling every 18 months, and probably worse than that. It's very hard to actually track how badly that's going, but we're being incredibly watched out there. And just the pace of change is making it hard to understand this. So it's very difficult. There are very few people out there that really understand how security works in this environment and how we make it safe, how we design the systems, how we deploy them, how does attacks work, what do we do with it, and very little understanding of the economics of security. So the little icon on the right is actually a quantum crypto device. So what does quantum mean? It means that we're doing 1 bit per photon, okay? We're getting the communication down to the level of a single photon, you know, encoding a bit. And that's how good we're getting at the nanotechnology level. But it's a huge level of sophistication that people out there don't understand. So for those of you out here in small software companies looking for where can you do, you know, software is just right, you know, to be, you know, focused around security issues. And it's going to be an amazing, it is already a good growth industry, isn't it, David? Yes. And it's going to continue to be a good, so professionalization of security is a really great area, a big thing that's going to happen, great opportunity for any number of companies to get in on the act. And I think if you look at the kind of software community that I understand you have in Scotland, it seems like one of those great areas that small communities can get in on around software and make a killing on.